So my monitor that I'd been using for the last 10 years was an Asus PB278. It was cool because it did, HDMI, DVI, VGA, and that other one I can never remember that has the weird cable. It also does USB and other things, but it was a 2550 by 1440 or something like that monitor. It's been working great for the last 10 years or so, but recently I was noticing that leaving it on at night, I'd come in the morning and it would just go blip, 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 blip. And I had to power cycle the computer that I was connected to try and get it back. And that's not a good thing. And then it's like, okay, I had to do that a couple days in a row. Figured out maybe something's going on. And then I was using it because I was using this for two computers, my work computer and the home computer. So it was blipping when it was on the home computer. So I thought maybe there's something wrong with the home computer because it upgraded to Windows 11 from Windows 10 and Microsoft sucks. So who knows? But then I was using it on the HDMI with my work laptop. And the color started all going all weird and wonky, and it's like, okay, the monitor's going bad. So I was going to show you that, but today it won't even turn on when you plug it in. So I'm guessing something in the power supply board or such has gone wonky. I've had this for more than 10 years. It's way beyond warranty. I don't think anybody's going to want it. So I'm going to take it apart and see if I can notice on the board any. I'm not going to fix it because I'm fairly certain that whatever electronics are bad, I probably can't replace. And I've already gotten a replacement monitor anyway. So I'm just going to take it apart and see, because I got to take it apart to toss it anyway. So let's see what happens when I take it all apart and see if there's something interesting I can find. So let's take it apart. First, got to get the monitor stand part off. And then take a look and pop that back part off, and that did nothing because there was no attachment points. And then I managed to pry that piece off, and then that middle section of metal, it was literally just held there by the back. It wasn't actually attached other than with tape, which was interesting. But then I looked and took the screws off for the first part. That's the power board. And then I realized that there's tape I got to take off in order to get that off. And then I realized I should probably take off the control board too, just because if I'm going to talk about it, I might as well have both of them so I can flip them over. So, and then I realized I had to take all the little spots off for the connectors because otherwise it wouldn't move. That didn't go too bad. Granted, I broke a bunch of the plastic clips that were holding the plastic together, but it's not going back together, it's going in the trash, so that's not going to matter. So there were 3 boards total. One was this little one. That's where the buttons are attached. One is the power supply board, and one is the rest of the electronics board for the inputs and that kind of stuff. I don't notice anything on the electronics board. Like there's no obvious, hey, this is all brownish. Looks like it got hot, and the reason I say it that way is, oh look, there's a spot that's brownish that looks like it got hot on the power supply board. And what I suspect, because if you look where that is, right on the other side are these little things, specifically that one. That, I don't know what that's called, because I'm not big on electronics, other than using them. But I know that's one of those things that gets really hot. I don't know what it is, but I know it gets hot. So it's very possible that got too hot at some point and slowly cooked something on the board. Maybe something over here, maybe that capacitor, maybe some of the chips that are on the other side that's next to that. Because it looks like it's on a larger silver area, so maybe that was supposed to be a heatsink. I'm not sure, but you can't see if my finger's in the way. So it's on a larger silver piece, so maybe that was supposed to help with some of the heat dissipation. And I don't see in this section any noticeable problems, but again, it's the tiny components, so that's very hard to tell. I might be able to diagnose something at this level of board complexity, but not on the other side. And just glancing at the capacitors, because I do know at least these are capacitors. That one looks a little bit bulgy. Some of them look a little bit bulgy, meaning the tops are... See, this one, again, you can't see if my finger's in the way. That one looks flat. Let's see if I can get this at an angle where you can see. That short one in the front looks flat. Some of those other ones, the tops are bulging up. So, and this one especially, it even has some discoloration on. So it's very possible that if it just needs some of the capacitors replaced. That is unfortunately a common issue in electronics. Sometimes the capacitors go bad. So the fact that these are bulging up, that would be my first suspicion. But again, I already have a replacement monitor, so I don't really care. It's very possible that because those did that, maybe this hot part has nothing to do with the failure. Maybe it was just the capacitors. Don't know. All I know is when I tried to plug it in to test it, it wouldn't even turn on at all. So something on this, at minimum, something on this power board is bad. It's possible that when that board went out, depending on how it went out, it could have taken out something on the control board. I don't think it would have damaged the panel, so maybe the panel's still good, but I don't know. There was a number of connections, like this was the connection that goes into the video and such for there. Those two things, that's probably the modes. So that's what I figured out so far. I think I am gonna, well, I will set that part aside, and before I open this, I'll look up and see if anybody's looking for these on eBay, because maybe somebody wants the panel's fine. So maybe somebody will want it. If not, I'll take it the rest of the way apart and then trash and recycle. So that's the panel information. Although by the time this video goes up, it's probably going to be in the trash or somewhere, so it won't do anybody any good if if they did say, "Oh yeah, I want one of those." It also does look like it has little internal speakers that I never used, so that's kind of cool. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I wasn't sure how interesting this next part was going to be. Turns out not very, because literally that piece of plastic is the only thing that comes off for the most part. It's all in a nice frame. So, yeah. So, the actual monitor panel is all framed in sheet metal, which is kind of cool. That helps protect it. And there were 3 little tiny screws, as in little tiny screws, that were holding this plate on, and that's basically a cover for the electronics that splits up the connections and goes to all the sections in the panel. I'm guessing each one of these goes to a zone or something and lights some of the LEDs and such up. And this has little metal tabs that hold that in place. I'm not going to take that apart. I don't care what's inside. I know I'm not going to take it apart. It's a teardown video, but I don't feel like dealing with it. But in any case, it's cool. It was a nice monitor while it lasted. And those little tabs. But yeah, that's kind of cool. You can see the back of the traces a little bit. So, yeah, the end of a monitor. Again, I suspect it was some of the capacitors went bad, and who knows if that took out anything else with the power board. But I have a new one now, so the new one so far works.